beautiful people of the earth. Hello my besties. Welcome back to my channel. It has been quite a while since I've seen you guys like this. I know. But listen Linda. Ever since the first day of school of the spring semester, life has literally been lifing. Y'all know life be lifing, but like life for me personally has been literally lifing since the last time I saw y'all. So no posts, no videos, even though I did film a bunch of things. I just didn't have time to edit. My mental health was down the drain and still kind of is a little bit, but you know, that's here nor there. But I am so back and I'm so ready, and you know, we're gonna do like a reintroduction. We're gonna do some live updates. I'm going to introduce myself to the new audience out there. So I'm just gonna be giving you the rundown of my life, some new updates, some things like that, some get to know me questions. I posted a story on my Instagram and I wanted you guys to ask me some questions. I got a few, but I also have some other ones that I came up with as well, so that way you guys get to know me well and know if you want to be here. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started, because I feel like we're going to do a lot of yapping and I'm definitely going to be sitting here talking about myself for a while. So get comfy and get cozy, grab your coffee, grab whatever you need, and let's get into the video. I'm going to start off with the questions that were asked on my Instagram. I have quite a few here, so we're going to go ahead and start off with the first one. What are you doing for the summer? So actually I do have an internship lined up for the summer. I'm actually so excited to be taking part in. It's a STEM-ish program. It's like science mainly anyway. I'm going to be teaching elementary school kids, so it's going to be pre-K to 5th grade, I believe. I'm not really sure what the age level will be for me just yet, but I am going to be working with them. I'm super excited. I just love kids so much, and you'll get to know more about this in a little bit. But yes, I am so excited and I am so ready to be working with the children, and this is a new experience for me because I haven't worked with this age group much yet. So this will just be really fun to work with elementary school kids and see how I work with them. This is the age group that I'm targeted for my career anyways, and so I feel like this will be a great chance to get my hands on this category of children rather than just middle schoolers and a little bit of high schoolers. I do want to start working more in that elementary realm since I haven't got to do much of it. So I'm so excited for my internship. So that is the first question. Next question is, how's life post chapter camp? So if you do not know, and if you have not been here before, chapter camp is a thing within a varsity, which is a global evangelistic chapter, an organization, and it's basically a time where we go to this camp in like the woods, you know, for 5 days straight, and we read whatever we're reading. So it can be Mark 1, Mark 2, Genesis, and we also have senior track. Mark 1 and Mark 2 literally just consist of reading Mark, the book of Mark, and then Genesis 1 is like the half part of Genesis, so we get like up to chapter 15 question mark. I just did it, so I don't remember what chapter we stopped at, because the way we do it is very different from like regularly reading the Bible. We actually just have transcripts, and we don't get like the chapter names, we don't get like the little names and titles of anything. Like, we don't have anything on there. We're just reading the word as it goes, and it's really interesting. It's a whole new way of reading the Bible that you usually don't get on a day-to-day if you don't ever read the Bible like that. So it really is interesting. It's such a new way, and it puts you in a place of actually remembering and really putting yourself in the place of the word and really trying to digest it. Anyways, with all that being said, how's my life after chapter camp? I feel like I'm doing pretty well. I think I am remembering a lot more of God and who he is and what he's been to me. I believe that Genesis really taught me God's original plan for us as his people and who he loves, and that God is so many wonderful things. He's merciful, he's good, he's so many things, and like I couldn't even name all of the things that God is, because he's just so much in abundance, and he gives in abundance as well. And I think when we look at the Old Testament, we often see this God who is really mean and he's just punishing people. Oh, he's killed his people. But we also have to remember that God literally chose to do that over just letting us live in constant sin. And I believe that is so much more merciful than letting us sit there in it. So I think it's such a beautiful story. And when you really deep dive into it, and I just feel like lately I've been remembering God. I actually need to put on my rings because what? That's literally the whole reason I bought this ring, by the way. Not this one here. So during our time on Genesis, we learned something about remembering God, and when he created the covenant for Noah, it was such a beautiful way of God saying that he's just going to bring us to the forefront of his mind all the time, because God never forgets anything, by the way. So I bought this ring as my way of remembering God and bringing him to the forefront of my mind. And lately I've just been using this ring as a prayer method for me, and it's a way for me to continue to pray all the time and just continue to bring God to the forefront of my mind every moment. And since I wear these two rings constantly throughout their days, I just go ahead and put this one on, and just like every time I look at it, I say a prayer or I do something like that. And I'll just like, it can be small, it can be big, it doesn't have to be crazy, but it leaves the task of prayer that feels like an everyday to-do list kind of thing, like off of your mind, kind of, sort of. It kind of just, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's just a way to bring God to your mind every day. For myself anyways, it's a way of remembering him daily, remembering to pick up my cross daily, to follow him daily, to love him daily. I just feel like this ring has allowed me to pray more, to bring him to the forefront of my mind more, to love him more, and so much more. And so life after chapter camp has been truly personal, and it has been transformative. I believe it's helping me grow in my faith a little bit more every time I go, and I really love that. Like, you can never stop growing in your faith, and I believe that I am growing in my faith every day that I decide to pray, decide to pick up my cross, do something for someone, do something for myself, do something for God. I just believe that like life after chapter camp has been truly loving and personal with me and God. And though I have not, now don't fault me for this, I haven't read my Bible, but I have been taking more time to just be reflective and spending time with him in different ways, because it doesn't have to be reading the Bible, which I will be getting into a little bit more. But yeah, it's a process. It truly is something that you have to do every day, but I don't try to look at it as something God is forcing us to do, because that's not what he wants from us. God is not forcing us to do anything. He truly just loves us, and he wants your heart to want him rather than it be forced on you. So life after chapter camp has truly been reflective and loving and personal for me. So that's a long way of saying that's how chapter camp has been for me after. And I got that question twice, by the way. So moving on. What is your relationship with God at the moment? Also miss your sister, period. Anyway, right now my relationship with God, I feel like it changes all the time, and I think that's just how it is for the believer. I feel like right now it's kind of it's personal and it's slow moving right now for me. I feel like currently I am trying to build up my love and build up my trust and formation with God a lot more nowadays. I feel like, because like I told y'all earlier that my life has been a little train wreck since the beginning of this year and continues to be currently. I feel like my time with God has been truly personal. I've been trying to delve into him a little bit more. I feel like I'm trying to trust him so much more. I feel like trusting God is something you have to do every day. It's not just a one-time thing, and it's not surrendering just one time. I believe that you have to do that every day in order to really love God and to really build a relationship with him. And that's literally why he sent his son Jesus down for us. Like, I feel like if Jesus didn't come down for us to love us the way that, and show us the way to love him, I don't believe I don't think we would be able to love him as much as we do now. So I feel like nowadays, right now, at the moment, it's getting there, and it changes all the time. Right now, I feel like I'm kind of at a fallen off little point with God, but I'm building slowly back to him and building stronger relationship with him, because every time I feel like I fall off from God, though God is never gone and never far, I feel like I'm always growing closer to him by the strand. And like I said, the prayer ring is helping me come into more of a reflective place with him, and I feel like I really need to do that more often, just reflect with God and truly tell him about my day and how I'm feeling and the things that I'm struggling with, because he already knows I'm going through these things. Why not just sit there and talk to him about it? He will bring all of that and with him, and he will truly bring it to heart, and you know, he listens and he cares and he does so much for me. So I don't know, it's been a little hard, I'm not gonna lie. It's truly hard right now, but I do believe God is growing me and strengthening me, and I am growing in my relationship with him day by day. It might be slow moving, but I believe that's there's seasons like that, and there have been seasons like this, so why wouldn't he be faithful now? On to the next question. Would you rather have 2 cookies or 2 more cookies? LOL. Actually, I don't know. LOL, this is really funny. I think I would rather have the 2 cookies because I need to be balanced and not be greedy. So I think I'd rather have the 2 cookies. Anyways, those are all the questions that I'm going to answer from the prompt that I gave you guys, but I have some more. Yes, we're going traditional. I have paper pen because your girl needs to cross out as I go. So here's some, first off, starting with personal questions about me, and then I'll go into some other stuff. What's your full name? So as you can see, my channel is called Life with Zara. My name is Lazara. It is not spelled with the A. I mean, there is an A in there, but 𝐿𝑒'Zara, which is why I use the Zara part instead of the la. So I just have Life with Zara. My name is Lazara Howard. So there's that. How old are you? Question mark. I just turned 21 this year. Whoop whoop. Because I know the police. So yeah, anyways, I'm 21. So that's super fun. That's super fun. You know, it's been a doozy being 21. It's literally been crazy since I've turned 21, but we're taking that with a grain of salt because we still have about 6 more months left in the year, so I'm hoping for better things onto the next half of this year. Okay, where are you from? That is a good question. I'm originally from Wilmington, Delaware. Yes, the first state. Yes, I am from there, and I will never ever deny that. Okay, so anyways, yes, I am originally from Wilmington, Delaware. However, I do not live in Delaware anymore. I live in Maryland. No, I do not live in Baltimore. For those who are asking, I live an hour and 30 minutes away from Baltimore in a small town. Will not be telling y'all what that is, but yeah, it's a small town, so that's where I live. How would you describe yourself in 3 words? Found this really interesting. How I would describe myself in 3 words is caring, because I feel like I have a huge heart, loving, and strong. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Moving on. What are you studying and where do you go? I am currently studying psychology with a clinical counseling concentration and sociology. So I am a double major, no minors, because I couldn't do all of that. And yeah, so I am doing that, and yeah, that's super fun. And I go to Washington College. It is not in Washington, by the way. It's a small town, again, called Chestertown, Maryland. My favorite color is the next question. I have 2 actually, and you will know if like you see my videos, I wear these colors all the time. My friends see me wear these colors all the time. But my favorite colors are green. Sage green specifically is like my favorite of the greens, and then blue. Any kind of blue, doesn't have to, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. But I love blue so much. Like, blue is literally my life. Those 2 colors are like dominated in my wardrobe. So you'll often see me wear those 2 as well. So there's that. Relationship status. Relationship status. That's a really good question. Okay. So I am not single, but I am not taken. I am in the midst of talking to someone right now. It's going well so far. That's all I have to say about that right now. He knows of this channel, so if he watches this video, he will know I'm talking about him. But anyways, yes, I'm talking to someone. It's going very well, and you know, hopefully I'll be taken soon. We'll see. Birthday! My birthday is in February. If you've seen a couple of videos on my channel, you already know I post during that time mostly, but I did not this year, unfortunately. I am a February baby. I was born on February 11th. Most people would say that's why I'm so sweet. Don't ask me why my teachers ever said that. I was never that sweet. Yeah, my birthday is February 11th. I do not claim a zodiac sign, by the way. My sign is the cross, and it will always be the cross. Amen. Because Jesus is my zodiac sign. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever come up here asking me what my zodiac sign is. I will not claim it, and I will not to be partaking in love for other gods and taking in that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna let y'all know that right now. My birthday is February 11th. However, I am not the one to say what I am in terms of zodiac. Some other personal questions about me. Current listens, songs, artists. Oh, this is a good one. So currently right now, my biggest fixation, and Sherry, my bestie, will tell you this, Michael Jackson. But that's a caveat to that, because right now I'm also listening a lot to 𝘴𝘰𝘠 and BTS, which are 2 K-pop groups, by the way. Love both of them. BTS, 𝘴𝘰𝘠, and Michael Jackson are my like top 3 right now, and I'm listening to them every day at this point. Michael Jackson has literally taken over my whole head. He's a vegetable. Anyways, don't listen to me. But yes, those are my faves lately. In terms of songs, my favorite song at the moment, I don't really have a favorite song like I can really sing, because like BTS's whole 𝘴𝘰𝘤𝘪𝘢 album is freaking, it's so amazing. Like I can't choose one song, because Aliens, Into the Sun, 2.0, like they ate with the whole album, so I really can't tell you like I have a favorite song from that album, nor can I tell you about 𝘴𝘰𝘠, because I love every song. Fashion, that's my favorite song too. Like I love that song. Red, red, yes indeed, red, yes, I love that song. So I really can't tell you. Michael Jackson, everything, like everything, everything. So yeah, I can't answer song, but in terms of artists, I can tell you that I am listening to those 3 on repeat all the time. Of course, with the mix of a bunch of other people that I listen to all the time, like, but those 3 always gonna be on the top of the list. So yes. Another question is your favorite books / authors. If you don't know, I'm a big book reader. I love books. If you can't tell from this humongous shelf that runs all the way down to the floor, I love books, and the other shelf is right here. I'm exposing myself, but yes, yes, anyways, we don't talk, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Anyways, yes, I don't know. I have some favorite authors though. Right now I don't have a favorite book. I haven't read anything that's been like, oh my god, amazing lately. And if you want to check that out on my booktube channel, it's always linked down below in the description down below. You already know. But yes, I don't have a favorite book right now. Now I do have like a book. Oh, that's a lie. I do have a favorite book. Fourth Wing. I talk about it all the time. It's one of my favorite series. Like I love that book actually, and I don't need to talk about it. But another book, and so many people have heard me talk about this on my booktube channel, but y'all are gonna be sick of me if I read it again. And they also just came out with some special editions of the books, which I need to buy, because I love the series with my whole heart. Hope to die at this point. And well, I hope not to die actually. That's crazy. But no, I really love this whole series, and it's called The Grand Master of Demonic Cultivation. Now I know that sounds crazy because I just sat here at the beginning of this video talking about Christ. Now listen, the books are just for entertainment and entertainment purposes only. You know, I'm a Jesus girl all the way through, but I do read my books, you know, for entertainment stuff. But yes, it's a Chinese BL book, comic, whatever you want to call it. There's 8 books in total. However, the other have not come out in English. I only have the 5. That's actually really saddening to me. But, you know, one day I will get the chance to read all 8. I don't know. Fave books, those two. And also, may I also mention honorably is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I must always mention her because Taylor Jenkins Reid is one of my favorite authors. I have about, how many books of hers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 of her books. She has a huge list of books she's written. I haven't read every single one of them. I am trying to catch up, okay? So I've read 6 of her books. I have one up here that I haven't read yet, but it was her new release from last year, which is Atmosphere. And I really love Taylor Jenkins Reid. She's one of my faves. Another one of my faves is, what's her name? Cara Bastone. So far, I've read a couple of her books. Love it. Abby Jimenez is another one of my faves. Love her so much. Lucy Score is also another one that I really like. I like her books because she writes Grumpy X Sunshine the right way. And so she's another one of my faves. So I have a few of my favorite authors. V.E. Schwab is another one. Really love her. Yeah. So those are like my top 5 authors. If you want to know anything about authors and any more things about books, check out the description box because I talk about it all the way in my book channel, so stay tuned for that. Moving on to channel questions. Yes, how about my channel? What is my channel even about? Why are you even here? Question mark. It's okay. Why YouTube? It's one of the questions. Your girl has loved YouTube for a long time. I honestly have really wanted to start a YouTube channel back in the day when I was a kid. I used to make videos all the time, like my own little videos at my grandma's house, and they're so old and I can still find them till this day. Do not look at my name, I promise. Like, it was just me back in the day being the kid I was, you know, posting little slime videos and whatever. I was just doing whatever I was doing. I was using my uncle's phone and stuff. I was just doing me as a kid, and I really did love making YouTube. Like, ever since I was a kid, YouTube was like something that always interested me. But as I got older, I was like, I do want to take this a little bit more seriously. So I started like actually doing YouTube as I do now, like actually buying a camera, getting into editing software, all that stuff, coloring and, you know, lighting and all that good stuff. Why YouTube? Literally, it was something I've always done since I was a kid. In terms of what inspired me to do YouTube, which is another question here. Again, when I was young, I really liked it. I really enjoyed making little videos and stuff like that. I was just always on YouTube all the time. But when I first started out making this channel, on my first video on this channel, it actually started out because my grandmother passed away the year before I started my channel, and I just really wanted something to get my head off of, you know, real life. And I honestly grieved her so hard, and I still do. Honestly, that was my mom to me, so imagine losing a mother. It's a horrible feeling. So I honestly missed her so much, and I still do to this day. But back then, it was really just an escape zone for me, and it was a place where I could just be me and just post things that I wanted to post. It was my, I don't know, I guess it was a way for me to track my growth in a way, and it was just a time for me to get to express myself in another way that I usually don't, and another way for people to get to know me. And so yes, I started YouTube. That's what really inspired it. Truly my grandmother's passing, which inspired a lot of things. Also my love for Christ, another thing that inspired by her, you know. But anyways, yeah, that's my inspiration for YouTube. Though it started young for many different reasons, I think truly when I started out and really taking it seriously, it was because I really just wanted to get out of the world for a little bit and bring myself into a camera to be positive. Alright, and another question is, what is the content that I post? So if you have not been here before and this is like your first video from me, period, hey, welcome to the club, bestie, subscribe. So my content really consists of lifestyle vlogs and Jesus, okay? I am a faith girl through and through. So even though I do have videos that like are kind of all over the place, those are my main content. So usually it's lifestyle vlogs and vlogs like that, and you know, my days in the life and my regular living, things like that. That is mainly what I reach for when I come to my content. I'm thinking about how can I do like a cute little sit down video, talk about my life, you know. That is really what my content is. So if you want to stay here and you want to stay tuned for more realistic content, and I'm talking about realistic content because I'm not talking about your California girls who are living the perfect dream life. No, I'm talking about realistic content, a girl who just lives in her house and films with whatever she has here, okay? That's realistic, okay? Not the girls over there living in Cali. That's not realistic. It's their real life, but it's not everybody's real life. Most real lives are living in, you know, small town, middle income type things. So anyways, that's my real life. So if you want to stay here for that, more Jesus content, more lifestyle vlogs, please come. The next question here probably goes along with this, and this is, who is your target audience? And I will say that my target audience is really for the girlies who want a different side of the internet that's so realistic, to the point that like you think that you're living this exact normal life, you know, like it's not just about being perfect, going out to parties every day, or no, you know, having the beach life or anything like that. My target audience was for the people who are looking for a black girl who's living their life in the normalest way possible, and I think that's what my content is for. Also, like in terms of age range, I guess, is people in their like, you know, late teens, early 20s at the moment anyway, because I'm in my early 20s type of vibe. So the younger audience who want a realistic vibe. The girlies who love Jesus. You know, it's another target audience right there. You know, I post a lot about Jesus. I love Jesus so much, and he's in every part of my videos, as you see. I literally, at the beginning of every video, I post a scripture or a verse, and I love that, and it's another way that I value him and put him into my channel. So yes, that's what my target audience is. And the next question, who are your favorite YouTubers and why? Favorite YouTubers, I think some of my favorite YouTubers are Nicole Lano. And I know I was just talking about the realistic vibe, but she just gives off productivity, and so I love a girly who's productive, and I feel like she just reminds you to stay productive. Lexi, I don't know if you guys know her, but like I love her videos, and she really does give off real life vibes. Like she just be chilling in her house. What else? Other content creators like Ashley, she's a Christian content creator. Maya, another one who's a Christian content creator whom I love. And Who else do I really like? 𝘂𝘭𝘪𝘤𝘬 in terms of fun. I love 𝘂𝘭𝘪𝘤𝘬. He just makes me laugh. Like, bro, the channel is hilarious and I love watching those videos. So definitely 𝘂𝘭𝘪𝘤𝘬𝘬𝑔𝑖rly all the way. Yeah, those are some of my favorite YouTubers. I like to laugh. I like inspiration. I like, you know, realistic diabetes. So those are all those people, and they all give me inspiration for my channels. In terms of book girlies, though, I think I like to watch Sarah Caroli, Destiny, and Larry, yes. So those are some of my like categories. It depends on what it is. Like in terms of books, those are my 3. And then I have like some Christian content, which I really love to watch. And then I also have like, you know, my fun channels, productivity, inspiration to keep going in life. So anything that inspires me. You are what you consume. So I believe in watching things that allow me to have a fun side, but also are making me better in every way possible. So do love content like that. So yes, that's what I got. The next question are, what are your goals at the moment? I feel like my goals at the moment are to stay focused on my path at the moment. Like I feel like I want to continue on the straight path. I want to follow where God is leading me. Yeah, get closer to God is always a goal. I feel like that should be a goal for everyday living. So my goal is always to read more of the Bible, stay close to Jesus, learn verses, you know, worship him, love him. What are your favorite digital platforms to hang out? Of course, YouTube. I'm always on YouTube at this point. I'm on YouTube every day at this point. Like, I love YouTube. I really love hanging on YouTube. Instagram Shorts is another place that has consumed me. Yes, even though I deleted TikTok over a year or 2 ago, I really have been locked in on Instagram Reels. So I need to get off of that sometimes too. Pinterest is another one. I love like dreaming life at this point. I love making boards. If you want to follow me on Pinterest, I will link it down below for you guys. But yeah, I do love Pinterest a lot too. It's another place that I really like to hang out. So those are my main 3 platforms: YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. What is one goal you have for your channel? I love this question. One of the goals I have is just to reach the corner of YouTube that is not reached, honestly, and that's, I guess that's part of the algorithm. But again, it's another way of just saying that like I want people who want to be here, see the realistic life, who love Jesus, and I'm just sharing a part of my life that I feel like will be really fun and inspire other people, you know. So, and the next question is favorite games. At the moment, I love Candy Crush. I'm on like level 350 something. Yes, I love Candy Crush. It's a game that I'd be playing all the time at this point. There's another game called BTS Island. This is a literal BTS game. So can you tell I love BTS? Yes. But it's another game by them. I also like Rhythm Hive, which is by Hive, the company, which BTS is under, but they're under Big Hit. That's a whole nother thing. Don't get me started on K-pop. But anyways, that's under Hive's company, and they have all the groups that they have under there. So 17, BTS, and Hypen, TXT, everybody. So that's another game that I really like, and it's like piano tiles. If you ever played that game, it's another version of that, but it's with their song, so it's super fun, and you get to collect cards, diamonds, all the good stuff. It's really fun. Really love Rhythm Hive. Alright guys, that was all the questions. Period. That was so exciting. I think the question I didn't get to answer along with the college question was like, what are my career goals? I want to go into clinical counseling for children, which is why I love working with kids. I want to work in counseling and therapy with them, and I feel like that's one of my biggest goals in life, is to work with children. I believe it is a path that God is leading me down. I haven't felt any direction in another way, so I feel like I'm on the right path, and I believe that God is calling me to where I am, where I'm going. I believe that. So I love it. I love kids. That's what I'm looking forward to going into. So that's part of the question I forgot to answer. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, getting to know a little bit more about me. If you have any more questions, comment them down below in the comment section. Of course, I will come down there and answer you guys, because you know I love y'all. I will come and squibbly blah blah blah. Yeah. Anyways, I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this. If this is your first time here, again, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time I post a new video. Of course, please don't forget that life is the game that we all weren't prepared for, so make the best of it. So spread love, peace, and positivity all around you. Don't forget that I love you and Jesus loves you so much more, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.